News 5 investigates an unsolved cold case murder that happened just days before the new millennium. It's a case that has stumped police in part because they knew so little about the victim. Here's News 5's Peter Albrecht.
It was December 27th, 1999. And some kids were trying out their new Christmas presents in some woods off of Dauphin Island Parkway in the Hollinger's Island area.
Children riding their bicycles had found a body.
Police say that in time they will solve this case. But right now, this case is offering more questions than answers.
And 18 years later, it still does.
The more you know about the victim, the more likely you are to be able to solve the crime.
But police knew nothing about the sexual assault and murder victim at the time the body was found, and not much more almost 2 decades later. The body was badly decomposed, but investigators were able to lift a fingerprint.
She had had one minor arrest several years before, and that put her fingerprints in a system called APHIS. But without that fingerprint, she may have never been identified.
Police had a name, Gail Ekstrom, and in time, a couple of pictures, but little else. It turns out that the recently divorced 45-year-old and her dog hopped in their car and left Florida looking for a new life.
We believe that the reason she was in Mobile is this is just where she ran out of money.
4 days after Ekstrom's body was found, her car was found, burned behind a shopping center in Theodore. That center is now home to the sheriff's office substation. There was no usable evidence in the car. Investigators usually work on a murder case from the victim on out. Who were her friends, enemies, neighbors? What were her habits? In this case, all dead ends.
You look at people's relationships, and the people that have relationships may not be able to, they may not be your suspect, they may not be who you're looking at, but they can tell you about that person's life and the other people that they dealt with and the other people they came in contact with. In this case, we just didn't have that.
Police determined that Ekstrom had been in the Mobile area for no more than just a few weeks. She was last seen here in this bar, the Main Event on Highway 90, 1 week before her body was discovered. These files detail the Ekstrom investigation, but with the victim herself a mystery of sorts, the road to her killer so far has proved impossible.
Most victims and suspects have a connection, and when you can find that connection, you can find the reason for it, and that's what leads to solving most cases.
Now, unlike today when it seems there are literally thousands of pictures of everyone, investigators had just a couple of pictures of Gail Ekstrom to work with. If this story has jarred any memories of Gail Ekstrom, please contact Mobile Police. Peter Albrecht, News 5.